Are we live?
John, I think we're live.
We're live.
Oh, snap.
How's everyone doing?
I'm assuming they're doing pretty good because they're now sitting here with us, chatting about MCS 1000 and all the great things that come with that. But, dude, how are you doing?
Doing all right. It's great to be here.
I feel like we haven't been in the office in a while. We haven't, seen each other.
Yeah, I mean, I've come in a couple times, but you're not here when I'm here. I'm not here when you're here.
Definitely.
It's good.
Yeah, but no, I think we're really excited to have a chat with you guys and just kind of celebrate today's release of MCS 1000, our 1000th single with Monstercat. It's also not just a celebration of the 1000th single, but a celebration of the 999 that came before it. And yeah, so for those of you just joining us, my name's Ori. I'm the head of music at Monstercat.
I'm John, director of A&R. Yeah, you know me.
Yeah, I think everyone knows you.
I hope. And you probably know Ori. He's been doing a lot of the streams lately.
Yeah, I've been getting a lot of FaceTime lately, which is fun because I don't get to see people too often anymore. But yeah, no, it's been great hanging out with everybody. We had a blast at the festival yesterday, Home Frequency. That was pretty wild. But yeah, guys, we're going to be kind of spending the next 2 hours with you. We're going to chat about some of the most kind of iconic singles that Monstercat's put out and just songs in general. A little trip down memory lane. I've been with the company for 6.5 years now. John's been with the company long before it was a company. So between the two of us, we have a lot of great stories and a lot of just kind of fun moments putting together a lot of these records, working with some great artists. And yeah, kind of what I was saying before, I think, we received some flack online from the community. People were really hoping that MCS 1000 would be this kind of big thing. And I think it's really interesting because, we feel like every song that we put out is important to us. Every song that we put out is just as big as the last and just as big as the next one. So it's kind of interesting over the years. I don't think we've really put too much thought into those types of milestones. We sign and work with artists and sign great records. And MCS 1000, just like 900, 800, 100, 500, they just kind of happen.
It's something that was really brought to our attention by the community. We wouldn't really have probably thought much about it. We would have just kind of kept going, doing our thing. 1001 would come out, no big deal. But no, the Reddit communities, the Discord, everybody's talking about this big milestone. So we decided, hey, let's do something.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, I think I'm so excited about the song that we did put out today. Smile, an awesome new record. Found a Reason. Really happy with how that one came together. I actually met with the guys down in LA. This must have been back in November, and they were sitting down showing us some music, and this record came on, and I was like, this is amazing. Back then I didn't really think that this was going to be MCS 1000. It was just a great song that we thought we really wanted to share with the community. So much love for the Smile guys. So yeah, I'm really excited that was the one that ended up being MCS 1000, but it kind of could have been anything. And so we're just going to kind of run through how we got here, how we got to 1,000 singles. And I got the Mixer chat open.
I got Twitch.
John's got Twitch. So yeah, guys, send us any questions. This is gonna be kind of a very casual hour that we're gonna spend with you, and then we're gonna turn it around and have some DJ sets and play kind of some of our favorite songs from the last almost 9 years. And yeah, I think that kind of covers it. So yeah, any questions, guys, just shoot them in the chat, and we will we'll keep an eye out and try and answer as much as we can.
Got lots going on in Twitch chat. There's lots of staff in here.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Dude, I guess the tradition of MCS kind of launched prior to me joining the company, but I guess kind of in your mind, what is a single at Monstercat?
What is a single at Monstercat? I mean, we do many releases every week. Used to be 3, now we're up to 4, sometimes 5, depending on if there's remixes or anything else that we're throwing in the mix. The catalog number system is something that we didn't start right at the very beginning, so there are a lot more tracks in our catalog than 1,000.
We actually didn't really know what catalog numbers were for or why we need to have them in the early days, but we were definitely over 1,000 tracks on Monstercat. There's 1,000 singles, right?
1,000 singles, yeah. It really started as a way to just kind of look at the music catalog as a collection. I, before this, was very into electronic music. That's kind of how I met everybody here at Monstercat. And there were some labels that I would follow religiously, like some trance labels, hardstyle labels, you name it. And I noticed these little numbers in the corner, which are catalog numbers. Now, not every label has like a really clean catalog numbering system where it just increments by 1 every time and it's really visible. Some of them are more in the background, but I really liked it on the artworks. I thought that it gave me a way to like collect, I don't know, like maybe just be aware of what's coming out. And
it's like a timestamp, right?
It's like a timestamp,
and I think Monstercat's done a great job over the years where we've had all these compilations from the numbered compilations, 01 to 030. We have our best ofs. We used to have these genre best of compilations. Then moving into the kind of Uncaged and Instinct era, and it's always interesting when you meet a fan or when we sit down and talk about like, oh, that song from Instinct 3 or that track from 024 or Launch Week or any of these things. Like, they're kind of like moments in your life, in your kind of musical fandom, in a sense, of moments for the Monstercat community that we all get to kind of like create these milestones for and share. So I mean, there's been a lot of these milestones, and I think MCS 1000 is kind of just another marker, a little reminder, like, where were you when MCS 1000 came out? And so yeah, let's maybe dive into kind of some of our favorite, or not favorite, just some very memorable songs that have come out over the years. I mean, in terms of, we're not playing favorites here. I think you're talking to two of the people who've had some of the most influence in what gets signed on the label anyways. They're all our favorites, but there's definitely been some standouts for us and standouts for you guys as well. So let's maybe dive into that a little bit.
Let's do it.
Cool. Do we Dan, on the mixing board there, do we have some guests we're ready to bring in? Sweet. Brilliant. So the first song that we wanted to chat about with you guys, it's a pretty iconic one, and that is MCS 012, Pegboard Nerds Disconnected. And so we got Michael here with us, of the legendary Pegboard Nerds. Michael, can you hear us all good?
I hear you fine.
Brilliant. My man, how's it going?
Good, how are you?
Doing fantastic. Glad to be back in the office. How's everything with you and Alex?
It's great. I think we should have Alex on in a second, I hope.
Sweet.
We're doing great. I mean, Alex, he's in Norway and I'm here in Denmark, so we are quarantined and locked down. We can't we can't go to see each other. It's crazy.
That's heartbreaking.
But,
no pun intended, I guess. Pegboard Nerds heartbreaking.
No.
But dude, we're here celebrating 1,000 singles at Monstercat, and it's no lie, you guys, you and Alex, the Pegboard Nerds, you've been a monumental part of that journey for us. It's really, our journey together and with the fans. I was actually planning on sitting down and counting how many MCS tracks you guys have put out, but I'm sure you have the record. I guess we're chatting about Disconnected. Take us back. Where were you when that song first came together?
The thing is, that melody was actually a dream. I should tell that story because he dreamt that melody and he woke up early in the morning and just had to write down that melody. It's such a beautiful melody, and it just came to him in his sleep. So I'm urging him every day, just go early to sleep.
Right.
Yeah, because that's where the best riffs come out, you know. Um,
That's
so
amazing.
yeah, that's how it was. It was in a time where Alex and I we did a lot of remixes, ghost producing before becoming Pegboard Nerds for real. We worked together since 2004. So we didn't come out of nowhere. We've been making music for many, many years, and we kind of just, we're at a place where like, hey, we don't want to make music for other people. We just want to make music that we think is fun and we enjoy, and that we would want to play ourselves, you know, as DJ. And that's kind of how Pegboard Nerds started.
And I guess take us back all those years. Did you think you'd be where you are right now when Disconnected first came together?
No, no. I mean, it's so difficult. We all have a dream, about how and where we want to be and what kind of music we want to do. And, no, we did not. We kind of, at that point, we were actually about to just give up. Just say,
Wow.
okay,
Well, I'm glad
that
you found us.
that yeah, that music adventure was like, okay, it's nothing is really happening, blah blah blah. But then when you stop thinking about how and why and whatnot, and you just let go, that's where the best music comes from.
Absolutely.
You don't have to force yourself to do something that you think other people will like.
It's amazing.
You
Oh
know?
man, I wish Alex was in here. Do you know if he's waiting to jump on the Zoom call? Is he?
I know that he's in the waiting room, so I think somebody needs to let him in.
All right, we got Dan here on the switchboard. He's gonna let him in. Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, MCS 012. We've put almost 1,000 singles out since Disconnected has launched. So that's crazy. That's wild to
That
think
is
that was so
crazy.
long ago.
That's a lot of demos for John to listen to.
Yeah. Poor John. Alex, are you with us?
I hope
Yes,
so.
no, maybe.
Maybe they quarantined the internet as well. I don't know.
Oh, I think I see him on another screen here.
Is that Alex?
I think if he speaks, we
Yes!
will hear him.
Oh, it is Alex.
Hey!
Yes.
Yay!
Just gotta make sure you're
He's
not
on.
muted.
You may be muted, my friend. Guys, does anyone on Twitch, anyone on Mixer, have any questions for the Pegboard Nerds? We would love to field them. What are you in your studio right now, Michael? Is that?
Yes, Alex is in his, and I am in mine. Yes.
Are you guys working on anything fun, new, and exciting?
No, we can't tell you. Then we'd have to kill you.
I know.
We're actually waiting for feedback from you guys to finish something.
Should we give
So
it
it's on
right now?
you.
Should we do some demo listening right now and maybe show the fans what you guys? No. We'll save that for another
That's up to you.
conversation.
That's up to you. Yeah.
Anything coming from Twitch?
Alex Protostar says hi. It was not a question. Fergie328 says, "What's the favorite track you've worked on?" That's always a tough one. I don't know if I should ask that one.
That is that's an impossible one, I think.
Yeah, it's like asking us what our favorite tracks are. It's like
It's really difficult, but I mean, sometimes you really have fun together. I remember when we did We Are One, we had some fun long nights jumping in the studio, just jumping around because it was such a fun track. That was fun.
That is a great one and another legendary track. I wish I had the MCS number in front of me, although I'm sure somebody in chat will throw that out.
Nope.
But guys, thank you so much for joining us on here. The legendary Pegboard Nerds. And
legendary.
We're looking forward to having you guys a part of the next 1,000 singles.
Thank you. Hopefully we will be number 2,000. You'll never know.
Let's make that happen.
let's do it.
That would be great, right?
All right, guys.
So have a good one and enjoy the rest of the
We shall.
the thing, the celebration, and to everybody watching and whatnot. And yeah, hopefully we'll have some music out soon.
Awesome. We'll get back to you on that feedback for those demos, and we'll get some records out.
Yeah, it's if we don't get the feedback, no music is coming out.
I know how the nerds work. Awesome, guys. Thank you so much, Alex Michael
right.
of the Pegboard Nerds.
Take care.
We'll see you guys later.
Bye.
Cool. Sweet. Disconnected. What a wicked song. Let's chat about another big one that came out quite some time ago. We're looking at MCS 107, and let's see if anyone in the chat can shout out which one is MCS 107. Should be a pretty
oh wow,
pretty iconic.
Already got it.
We already got it. Okay, cool. Smart, very smart kids out there. Yeah. MCS 107. That is none other than Tristram Flight.
Tristram
and Break in Flight. Yeah. Tristram and Break in Flight. I've already messed that one up. I mean, what can you even say about this song? I mean, just play it. Play the song. No, I'm kidding.
I think it came out in a time when just the music on Monstercat was really evolving. Like, we were all learning. A lot of the artists that we were working with were still like relatively kind of new into producing, I'd say. We were all kind of learning together, and that's one of the songs that I think aged really, really well for like a dubstep tune. Like, it sounds really good today. And
drum step.
Oh yeah, drum step. I think
that pink, man. Come on, how can you forget that?
Of course,
pink?
It's drum step. Yeah. So, I mean, in that sense, I really, really like the tune. I think, yeah, it was just a huge one for Monstercat, huge one for Tristram and Break. And
yeah, and I think, like, everyone in the community, everyone who's been a part of the community for a long time has their own kind of like story of how they first found that song, where they found it, whether it was on a YouTube video or from a friend, or it just, there's so many memories I think people have associated with that song. And man, there's so many people who discovered Monstercat, discovered our our roster and our artists and all the other music that we had put out, the 106 singles and a bunch of albums and stuff before that, because of that song. And I think even to this day it remains like one of the most iconic tracks. So yeah, what a great sign.
Yeah.
And what a great song. Yeah, Tristram Breakin', if you guys are out there watching, yeah, absolutely legendary.
Yeah.
Should we bring in the next one?
Let's do it.
I'll let you do this one.
Oh, this one.
You should be especially proud of this one.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Surface, MCS 215, I believe. That one. I mean, what can I say? I mean, everybody that's like been following Monstercat for a while knows Surface. They've probably seen it or heard it in some like crazy gaming montage or like some FIFA compilation. Yeah, Aerocord really smashed it.
Yeah, I think that was a very interesting era of like, this kind of launch of this new dance subgenre that brought in elements from outside of just, electronic music, of like trap. And I think that was like probably not the first song that we put out in that style, but I know there's some old kind of like songs in the catalog before that you would consider to be trap. But yeah, for the most part. Dan, did we lose stream? I'm not seeing myself on the thing. We're having some technical difficulties. MCTV, we'll be right back.
Cool. I mean, we can keep talking. Like,
yeah. I think that was kind of a big one for us as Monstercat, and huge for Aerocord to kind of make this statement that, we have a place within this new kind of emerging genre. It brought in a lot of eyes to Aerocord and to the label.
Yeah, and I mean, another thing that I recall from this is Aerocord was actually part of a remix contest that we did with like Scandal. I think it was the Munster.
The Munster, yeah.
Munster, yeah. And he was a part of that remix package, and I think that was his first.
There wasn't. I think there was another remix contest that he didn't win.
I'm not too
Was
sure.
it Nitro Fun?
Nitro Fun was on that
Or
package
Nitro Fun
too.
was on some pack. Anyways,
Or I think it was
there's
that
a lot of music that we put out.
yeah. But really interesting thing though is, we were in touch because of that remix, and he was sending over a bunch of music and just like hammering out tunes, like sending me new records every week, I feel. And we wanted to make sure that we had the right debut. We wanted to come out strong and have like a banger to introduce him properly to the community. And when we got this track, it was like we just instantly knew like this was gonna be,
This is the one.
this is gonna leave a very, very good impression on the community.
Yeah, that I mean, that's another song that's really like stood the test of time in terms of production quality. Aircore, what a beast.
What was it, old school? I can't remember.
Yeah, it was old school.
Ooh.
Is chat reminding us?
Chat, yeah, I wasn't looking at chat for a second.
We're gonna have some trivia later, and you guys are probably gonna know a lot of the answers that we won't. We will feel embarrassed, but that's all right. That's what we're here for, is to learn and to share and to celebrate. You mentioned something there that's a great segue to our next song about a first song that's coming on strong, or coming strong at the gate. And although this wasn't his debut on Monstercat, I think this song for this next one we're talking about was a particularly important, pivotal point, not just for the artist, but for the label as well. Do you want to introduce the next one and maybe tell us a bit of the story? And then I think we may have a guest who's joining us.
Yeah, the next one is Stronger, so MCS 300.
Which I want to note is probably one of the most iconic, even 100 number tracks that we've done. And that was by accident, too. So not something we planned for MCS 300.
Yeah. Yeah, so this one has a really kind of interesting story behind it. You might know Stonebank has some other aliases that he was producing on beforehand. He had Rocket Pimp for like complextro electro kind of stuff, and then he had Modulate for some happy hardcore, UK hardcore, whatever.
And do we have the artist formerly known as Rocket Pimp and Modulate, also known as Stonebank? You on?
Yo,
Oh,
Hello.
dear.
there we go.
No
How we doing?
video, but he's on the audio, so.
Welcome. Sorry, John, jump back into your story about this.
Oh, I mean, when me and Mike Stonebank first started talking, I think there was a real opportunity to explore different genres. Like, he's been producing tons of complextro, tons of hardcore for the years, and
And there he is.
there he is. Oh, he's on video. Nice. Yeah, and just with Monstercat being so accepting of all the different electronic genres, it was an opportunity to try out dubstep and glitch hop, whatever, anything. And Stronger originally was not intended to be a Stonebank release.
No.
No. You want to tell us a bit more about that?
Well, like you're saying, I was experimenting with different music from obviously the electro, dubstep, drumstep. I think the first one was dubstep, wasn't it? Eagle Eyes.
Yeah.
And then I kind of missed making the hardcore stuff that I was doing as Modulate. And then I kind of didn't want to put the hardcore stuff with Stonebank because it was kind of a moving away and sort of being an all across the board sort of genre artist rather than going back to the old roots. And I remember sending it to you, and then you said, right, we've got to put it out. I was like, nah, it's going to be a free track on sound.
You sent it to me and you're like, hey, here's a track that I'm going to put out for free next week on Modulate or something like that. And I was like, dude, our fans would love this.
It's definitely one for you.
And I think it was kind of like that the happy hardcore style, the hard dance style. It was something that was a bit more present in kind of early Monstercat days.
Yeah.
But around the time that Stronger came out, we hadn't really had too much in the hard dance or happy hardcore kind of style. And so I think there was a bit of curiosity on our side too. Like, do our fans still want to hear this? Is this going to work? I know there were some concerns on your side. Is this Stonebank? But I mean, I think we all knew the moment we heard the song, and I'm sure you knew too because you agreed to it, that like that song is undeniable. It's absolutely insane, and I think it actually changed a lot of the kind of like DNA of our label, that we now put out a lot more of that style. And been working with yourself and working with Darren Styles, with Gammer, with Dougal, with a lot of these guys who you kind of came up with, and that's now kind of something that the community comes to expect, is this tradition of Monstercat happy hardcore.
Yeah,
That's good.
Wicked, dude. Well, thank you so much for joining us to chat about Stronger. We look forward to hearing more music from you. Maybe another hardcore tune, please.
It's in progress.
Always.
Yeah.
What are you working on right now? Anything that's worth
Hardcore
mentioning?
thing.
Anything frustrating you want to talk about?
Yeah, it's the new hardcore track I'm working on for the past, Christ, it's months now. It's going into months, but it'll be worth it when it's done. Once the tears are dried up, it'll be worth it.
Well, man, we can't wait to hear it. Thank you so much for dialing in. Appreciate you taking the time to celebrate 1,000 singles with us. And feel free to hang out in the chat and answer any questions on Mixer, on Twitch, wherever you feel most comfortable.
Fair play. As soon as I have my Chinese, I'll be there.
Sounds good, man.
All right, cheers. See you later.
That song's crazy.
Yeah.
Stronger. That last drop just like gets me every time.
Every time.
I just couldn't. Yeah, too much. Let's chat about one that's maybe a bit more in my lane. And this is a song that from the moment I heard it, it was just something that was a little different for Monstercat. We've put out all kinds of genres, but we've at this point had still very much stayed in the kind of like internet EDM kind of electronic world. We'd had a couple things that bridged beyond that with Project 46 and then some like older Vice Tone stuff, but MCS, I'm looking at this, I think I wrote 322, which is The Girl by my boy Hellberg.
Cozy.
And Cozy. And actually, much love to Hellberg, but Cozy on that track is insane. And that vocal, I still think, and I think I picked that one for my staff pick, purely because of the vocal, and the amazing work that Hellberg did with it. And I think that, to me, that kind of really started to kind of shape the understanding that, Monstercat can be a place for these maybe like poppier crossover dance records. Kind of it laid the foundation for what Instinct would be, in future years. But man, that is just an incredible song, and shout out to Hellberg and Cozy, because they killed it on that one.
Yeah, people are talking about
The Grill.
the grill. No,
The Grill.
Somebody discovered the Color Source remix before the original.
Yeah,
that was a really good one
remixes
too.
on that one.
Yeah, we did that nice little remix pack.
Where are you, Hellberg? He's usually in stream. But yeah, no, that's a big one from our former CEO, Hellberg. I'm just kidding. Yeah, cool. What else do we got here? Actually, the next one's another Cozy track.
Oh yeah,
and another iconic kind of crossover track that almost didn't happen. And I think we can tell the story. Is it cool to tell the story? So, like I mentioned, we've been working with Vice Tone.
They already called it out before you said Vice.
Yeah, of course. Well, I think I gave away enough clues. We've been working with Vice Tone for years, and I kind of, for a while there was like they'd come back every 18 months. We'd have a new song from Vice Tone. And so, we work on a record, it'd be great. They'd go off, they'd do a bunch of other stuff, they'd get way bigger. Those guys are huge. And then they'd come back to us with another track. And so they came back to us with this awesome instrumental called Nevada. And they sent the song over, and they're like, cool, we've been working on this. We thought it'd be perfect for Monstercat. Here you go. And we're like, guys, this is a great record. It needs a vocal. And they were like, no, you know what? Like, we're really happy with the way it is. It's an awesome instrumental. It's fun. People dance to it. We don't think it needs a vocal. And we were like, okay. Like, we fought about it for a little bit, went back and forth, and we were like, okay, you know what? We're going to go find a vocal for this one. And if you like it, you can take it. If you don't like it, we'll put out the instrumental. And so I actually think because of the girl, we hit up Cozy.
Yeah.
And we were like, listen, you got to do a vocal on this track. And so she worked on it, sent over something to the guys. It was still kind of rough at the time. And instantly they were like, we love it. This is crazy. And they were working on it and doing all sorts of crazy stuff. And it's just wild to think that almost didn't happen.
Yeah. It came together really, really quickly.
Yeah. As things often did in early Monstercat days and still do sometimes. But.
Yeah, it was just really nice to see because, I mean, the track wasn't intended to be a vocal track, like you said. And it was great to see that the vocal resonated so well with them that they decided to make it a vocal track and move forward with it as you know it today.
Yeah, and I think, at no discredit to the artist, but, I think a lot of credit to you and to our team is the influence that we've been able to have on some of these songs over the years, and to be able to not just set up collaborations between artists, vocalists, writers, producers, but also kind of collaborations between our A&R team, and to be able to kind of like shape and mold some of these records. I think we've done some good stuff here going through this list. But yeah, MCS 463. Arguably one of the most iconic, legendary Monstercat releases.
Yeah, it keeps blowing up in like random ways on different platforms.
Yeah, whether it's a TikTok viral video or like, one of the biggest songs on a Chinese platform, or, it's wild. It's crazy. Yeah. Definitely, I'd say in the hundreds of millions, if not like have crossed 1 billion streams globally on all platforms and whatnot. So big up Vicetone. I think they have some other stuff upcoming that should be pretty much on a similar level to Nevada, or hopefully even better. So we're excited to share that with you guys very soon. Mm-hmm. Cool. Do we have some homies waiting in the chat? All right. We are running a little bit over our schedule time, so we can maybe shift some of these things around. Let's jump forward to a very iconic MCS. In MCS 815. Does anyone know which single that is? Anyone in the chat want to call that out? Someone's sitting there on our website like typing in MCS numbers. I'm surprised people don't have this one like tattooed on there. Whatever you tattooed.
A couple people guessing Overkill. Nope.
No. Let's bring on our guest, and we'll let him introduce MCS.
People guessing Crab Rave.
815.
It's M Crab.
Yes, Crab Rave is not. Hello, Mr. Grant. Are you with us? There he is. Grant, do you know what MCS 815 is? And you might be muted.
First of all, can you hear me? Let me just. Okay, I'm a little boomer over here. I can't figure this out.
MCS 815, dude. Do you know which single of yours that is?
No,
No?
I'm sorry. I don't know all 1,000 songs.
Chat, don't feel bad because Grant doesn't even know. MCS 815 is Wishes, which, that could have been MCS like 600 from when we started teasing it to when it came out. I feel like that was like a slow grow kind of song for you, dude. But like, what a legendary, iconic Grant song.
Thank you, man.
Yeah,
appreciate that.
It's
been a wild ride.
Tell us a little bit about Wishes. How old were you when you first started working on that project file? Let's start with that.
I started making it when I was 18. I was in my second semester as a freshman year in college, and which is super crazy because most of my college friends a year younger than me are graduating today, which is wild. And I started working on it with this girl, Sabrina, who goes by Baum, B-A-U-M. She was the original writer of the top line. And she sent it to me as like an iPhone demo, just playing acoustic guitar with like 2 chords. And I was like, I think I was like studying for some test or something, and I literally just like had a single manly tear roll down my face, and I was like, damn, I don't know what I'm gonna do with this song, but I'm gonna do something with it, because it's like, I don't know, it was something that didn't really fit the EDM formula or whatever I'd been doing up until then, and I was like, I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I really want to do a song that I was like, at the time I was like still super obsessed with like worlds, and I really wanted to do a song that was like a super slow build, like Sea of Voices, that had this like super epic payoff at the end.
I can see that, yeah.
Yeah, and so that kind of was like that structurally was like what triggered the idea of that song. And I think the song definitely turned into one of those songs that's like not for somebody with a short attention span, but like if you make it to the end, I think it has a really cool payoff, and that's what makes it so memorable.
Yeah, and I think the kind of that mantra of the song that you got to make it to the end was kind of how the community, I think, felt about it too.
Yeah.
You know, I think it was even like you teased it in you played a college gig and somehow somebody got a recording of something and it floated around for 2 years, and every time you play a set, you know, you'd either open or close with it, and people would get more recordings and more recordings till it finally came out.
Yeah, I remember. I think it was the first ever live stream I did for you guys, which was in Toronto, and I played Wishes, and I just like threw it in there, and like the community really liked it. So I was like, "Whoa, I wasn't expecting that, but cool." I liked the song, so I'm glad everybody else liked it.
Yeah,
cool.
I think when we first kind of started working with you on Grant, following Grant Bowtie, that was kind of like a song that, shout out Grant Bowtie, by the way, we should have included one of those.
Shout out Grant Bowtie.
In our
I was just looking, I was like, because you were listing off all the numbers, and I was like, I wonder what like number reach was back in like 2014, and it was 200 right on the dot. Kind of crazy.
Okay. So we have had some iconic 100 200 300 kind of releases so far. Wow,
yeah,
dude, was that your first single?
That was my first.
That was your first, eh? Awesome.
Crazy.
So we had Strong at 300, Grant's debuted at 200. Okay, not bad.
I was also reminiscing about how I couldn't come up with titles for any of my songs when I was in high school, so Ori had to help me name most of my Grant Bowtie songs. Ori came up with the titles for most of those songs. I had no idea.
I was High Tide, for sure.
You definitely did Reach.
I did
Maybe
Reach.
Cloud9. I don't know. I can't remember.
Yeah, and I think I remember that. Dude, you've come a long way, man, and you're still so young. You should be like incredibly proud of yourself. And I have no doubt in my mind that we're sitting here, old and talking about MCS 2000. You'll still be around kicking it and doing some awesome stuff.
Thanks, dude. That helps instill some confidence.
Motivation.
I feel like I have a crisis like every day. Like, oh, what the hell am I doing with my life? Like, what am I doing? What am I gonna do with music today? Like,
dude,
I don't know. Like,
just
I change everything.
Write a song about it, man.
I guess.
Complaining, write a song.
Exactly.
Cool. All right. Thank you so much for joining us. So much love for you from us, from the community. You've been like a monumental part of 1,000 singles. And yeah, please just more music.
No problem.
Don't stop it coming.
Sick. See you guys on Animal Crossing.
Yes.
Later.
What is your turnip prices right now?
I forgot to play on Sunday.
Okay, we'll talk after the chat. All
right. See you later. Bye, guys.
Later. Cool. Do we have other guests hanging out? Okay, before we bring in our next one, let's maybe chat about one that people got wrong, and that is actually, it's not an MCS. It is an MCRAB. MCrab 001, and that's Crab Rave. I'll let you tell this one, man.
I mean, I was talking to Owen, Noise Storm, and yeah, there's just one idea that he had that he just kind of ran past me, and it was like the most casual thing ever. It was like, oh yeah, by the way, I had this idea of making this video using Unreal Engine of these crabs dancing to like a tropical kind of sounding EDM track, and he had like a really rough kind of vision for it. Just kind of started it out, but was like, would you guys be interested in this?
And I think like even like on the same day or within 24 hours of you having that conversation with Owen, Jeff and Tabitha from our marketing team kind of walked into the studio and they were like, hey guys, do you have a song that we could use for something April Fool's related?
Yeah.
And I think that those two kind of like, it just clicked, and it became Crab Rave, which is probably the weirdest and most amazing thing that we've ever done in our professional careers.
It was honestly one of the most fun, just songs and videos to watch like come together, because I mean, Owen brought up the idea very early on, and after we had said, you know, this sounds like a really good idea, like let's do this, he got straight to work and was providing us like almost daily updates with how things are going. He's like, here's the new crab model, here's the new like choreography of the dance. And we actually started a group, like a group in our company Slack, just dedicated to Crab Rave and all the updates, so we could watch it all come together. And
was it originally even like, did he say like this idea and it's called Crab Rave, or did that kind of just like become the code word that then became the name? Like,
I think it was really early on,
yeah,
that it was like codename Crab Rave, and then, I mean, what better name?
I'm seeing here somebody in Mixer chat saying they're excited for Crab Champions. I think Owen is such an incredibly talented, not just musically, but just like more talent in his pinky than either of us have or will have in the rest of our lives. And I'm really excited to see what he kind of comes up with next. Crab Champions is going to be wild.
Yeah, I mean, before Crab Rave, he was working at a company doing a bunch of 3D modeling stuff, texturing, all the coding, that kind of stuff. So, you know, once his time at that company was coming to an end, he's like, I want to use all that knowledge that I've gained in this field and apply it to like a music video. And so I think it was mind-blowing, honestly, seeing Crab Rave. We're like, is this like a feature-length, not feature-length film, but like it reminded me of like a Pixar.
Yeah, absolutely, like a you know, big box office pre-roll like that you see
like
before
a trailer
movie.
for some crazy crab movie.
Cool. All right, before we dive too much into Crab Rave, before we jump on to our next one, actually notice, you know, we have MCRAB 001. Do you predict that there will ever be an MCRAB 002?
I don't know.
To be determined?
To be determined. I think right now, Owen's working really, really hard on wrapping up like the first early access of the Crab Champions game. And there will be some music in there, but that music will be kind of tied in with the game. It won't be like a single or anything like that. But yeah, guys, he's working so hard on this. You should probably.
I think everybody knows.
Probably follows
Everybody
it already.
definitely knows.
But man, it's gonna be insane. After the game comes out, though, who knows?
Hell yeah.
He might jump back on with some kind of regular Noise Storm stuff. Might jump in with a Crab Rave sequel.
Cool. Well, we'll do a live stream for the MCRAB 1000 single for you guys one day. Maybe one day. Cool. All right, let's jump into another iconic moment. A more recent moment, actually as recent as today, in MCS 1000. I think that's why we're all here. And let's bring on the homies of Smile. What's up, dudes? We got you here.
Hello.
Hello.
Howdy,
There you
guys.
are. Hey.
Yeah.
How's it going? Welcome to the stream.
Hey, thanks. It's going.
Awesome. How are you guys feeling today?
Dude, it's been an amazing release day. The amount of support we've been getting on all of our socials,
It's amazing.
It's absolutely incredible.
And it's really cool because it's like the first time we sing on this, so it's like,
Yeah.
oh damn.
Yeah, well, I mean, you know, we kind of talked earlier that we didn't like plan some crazy extravagant song. You guys just kind of happened to be MCS 1000, but my God, what an amazing song to land on MCS 1000. I'm thinking
Yeah.
back to, you know, a couple months ago when you first showed me this song, like I had no idea that this would be it. And so thank you guys so much for being a part of this, you know?
Yeah, thank you. This is great.
Awesome.
I remember when we sent you the track, it was like a part of like a bigger little pack, and we never really thought much of that song.
Yeah, we're like, yeah, let's throw it in. It's cool. It's good.
Dude, I think you showed me this at the house in LA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it
We
was
showed
like
it to you in person, like with my phone, like, hey, yo, check this out.
Yeah.
it was like 3 a.m, and you were playing me songs, and I just remember this one coming on, and I was like, oh my God, you need to send me that link. And that was a while ago, but you guys should be like incredibly proud. And to be kind of the first song where you guys are performing on the vocal too is like primo.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, everything
What else is upcoming for you guys? What's new in the world of Smile?
We've been streaming a lot,
of
video
gaming.
games and stuff like that. We also have a couple more tracks that will be. I don't know how much we're allowed to divulge.
I mean, you guys can divulge whatever you'd like, but
Well, we have a couple more tracks coming out with you guys. What else? We have more records of us singing on it.
Yeah,
for
actually,
sure.
we have a few more with us singing.
So that'll be cool.
It was cool that this one was first. I don't know, just like seeing the reaction now, it's like, okay, I feel like a little more confident, because like it's always a weird thing, hear your voice, let alone like on a bigger platform. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
like whoa. But yeah, it's cool to see how it's being received. So I'm pretty excited to put out the next ones of us singing.
of course, amazing guys. Well, yeah, I mean, I've heard the other records. John's heard the other records. I think people are in for a treat, definitely. Awesome. Well, yeah, you guys go enjoy the day, enjoy the kind of celebration, hang out and chat, and then talk to everyone. I'm sure they're very eager to hear more about the record and whatnot. And we're just getting started. I think we also just launched a artwork remix contest kind of thing.
Yes.
So if you guys haven't seen that, I know it's probably going to be up on our Reddit and our Discord communities later on. I think in the Facebook group as well. But more importantly, just go follow Smile on their socials. You can read all about
Thank
it.
you so much.
Yes.
And yeah, we're very eager to see kind of how you guys want to take your spin on the artwork that is MCS 1000.
Yeah, I think we've gotten a couple already. I see them coming in. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool to see that.
I haven't submitted mine yet, but
I'm hyped. I'm ready.
I'm excited
I'm
for
ready.
you guys to come back to LA too once this is all over.
Yeah.
some more 3 a.m. demo listening sessions.
Yes, sir.
All right, guys. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you so much for joining us, and
Thanks
we'll
for
see
having
you
us.
guys soon.
Thank you, Monstercat fam.
Alrighty.
Bye, guys. Dan, how are we doing for time? Are we like super behind? Does chat care? Do you guys want to hear more like stories about these songs? Is that cool? I think you got a couple left over.
Yeah,
Mr.
I
GQ.
mean, there's not too much else here. I could touch on one, which actually isn't like an MCS. Is that against the rules?
We'll allow it.
Yeah, Worth the Lie. This was actually considered a mega collab on one of our albums, and the thought of mega collabs was always really, really cool, but really hard to actually execute. You'll find that working online is good for some people, but not everybody.
And just
It's
everyone
just-
works differently.
It's really different to have that vibe in a physical like studio space or wherever. Just have everybody all together vibing off of each other and just having that energy. So I was fortunate enough to go down to London and rent out a studio for Muzz, Faint, and Coven, and they put together this track pretty quickly, I'd say. I mean, we had to wrap it up in time for the album, but but it was a really, really good experience. And I think, in the future with like our setup in LA, once all this pandemic situation is sorted out, it's something that we really want to get into more, is, getting artists together, doing like writing sessions, and, putting together some really unexpected collaborations.
Yeah, I think, you never know what's going to happen when you put a bunch of creative minds in a room together. And, I feel like all three of the quote unquote mega collabs were all made IRL, or at least started IRL, which, yeah, I mean, it's a difficult thing to orchestrate. And so, I think rather than limiting ourselves or forcing ourselves to do them on a periodic, every compilation thing and kind of like forcing them, we didn't want to put the artist in a position where, okay, you have to collaborate between the three of you and it has to come out in 2 months. Like sometimes it can take a year, sometimes it can take even longer to kind of like rehash and work on these ideas and stuff. And so collaboration is a huge thing. I think it's like a big part of the Monstercat ethos in our community. And so we want to instill more collaboration amongst artists. But yeah, it's oh, do we have somebody joining us? I see a call on the screen. Yeah, it's crazy. I think we'll definitely get some more of these, and hopefully once borders and doors and studios are open again, we can get more collabs for you guys, and more importantly, get kind of your guys' thoughts on who you would like to see in a studio. What kind of combinations would be interesting to put together. But yeah, Worth a Lie, great tune.
Oh yeah,
great record. I think it's
a really good experience. I remember going out and grabbing a bunch of Five Guys so that they could keep working and not have to leave the studio.
And I mean, they're all like great friends, and they all continue to collaborate and work together. So I think it's a great thing to be able to, not even put it together, just to be a part of it, to be able to step into that room and see some of these artists that we really look up to and admire, kind of doing their thing. It's fantastic. I think we might do some trivia.
Let's do some trivia.
I think we should do some trivia.
I'm scared for this, by the way.
I am scared as well. All right, guys. We're gonna bring on our resident dungeon master, now quiz master, Colin. Hello.
Hello.
Greetings.
Can you guys hear me okay?
Beautifully.
Yep.
Awesome. Quizmaster. I like the new title. Thank you, Ori.
You're welcome.
I get my business cards updated.
Awesome, dude. Why don't you run us through exactly what we're gonna do here?
Okay, so you guys already know this, but this is for people at home. What we're gonna do is a little Monstercat trivia. It's gonna be Ori v GQ. I've got 10 questions. I'm gonna ask them the question. On those whiteboards they've got, they're going to write down their answers. And then once they have their answers, we'll reveal, they'll tell me what their answer was, then we'll reveal the correct answer, and they'll get a point if it's right. There's also some bonus points spread out throughout these. And the rules are they cannot look at their phones or their laptops, except they each have one check chat chip. If the challengers choose
could you repeat that?
The check chat chip?
Check chat. You want us to check chat with a chip?
Yes.
Check chat chip.
Well,
okay.
You'll cash in your chip to check chat. If you choose to check chat, you'll use your check chat chip to check the chat.
Okay.
And then you'll have no more chip.
Okay.
It's a poker chip, if that's not clear.
Check.
Nice one.
Cool. So just to preface this, John and I do not know what these questions are. I think we're actually slightly terrified.
Very terrified.
At what these questions are. You do have a slight advantage of having been here longer than me. And I have a slight advantage of looking over your shoulder sometimes. So, let's, I guess without further ado, embarrass ourselves.
Yeah, let's do it. All three of us? or just you two?
I mean, you're more than welcome to join.
Okay, I'll try.
I'm going to put my chat down over here. And just so everyone knows, I am checking Mixer chat. And John will be checking Twitch chat if we use our check chat chip.
Okay.
So,
okay.
So yeah.
Let's get started then. First question. I'm going to read each of them out twice. So the first question. Other than launch week, which of the 30 numbered compilations has the only other title using 2 words rather than 1? I'll read it again. Other than launch week, which of the 30 numbered compilations has the only other title using 2 words rather than 1? And let me know when you got the answer. And I'm seeing a lot of correct answers in chat. Sort of.
I got it.
You guys know the number, but not a lot of
got
people are writing out the words. There you go.
Do you want the words too?
Wait, do you need the number?
You know what? I'll accept either. Because
I'll do both.
yeah, do both for suck up points, but no real points. They'll just be teacher's pet points. Okay.
All right.
Do you guys have it? It looks like it.
Yes, we do.
Yes.
Ori, what is your answer?
Oh man, I feel like I messed this one up already. I put 002.
Okay, and did you put the name
Is
as
it
well?
Next Stage? Is that right? Did I totally...
Let's go.
Early Stage. Fuck.
DQ,
God
okay.
Dang.
Is that right? That's right, right?
That is correct. So it is 002. I'm going to give you full marks for that because I did say that you put both. Doesn't matter. So you lucked out. Even though you said something wrong, you're still going to get full marks.
Yeah.
002, so 02. Early Stage was released September 28th, 2011 with 15 tracks on it. Let me just update our high-tech scoreboard.
This one's for the chat. What were you guys all doing in September? That's a very long time ago. 2011. Wow.
Okay, question 2. You guys ready?
Yep.
Okay. Which compilation was launched with Operation Dethrone to take over the iTunes charts? So which compilation was launched with Operation Dethrone to take over the iTunes charts? John, you're done already? Looks like.
No,
Oh, you're thinking. What's your thinking
I'm not
phase?
done. All right, I'm ready.
Okay, you're both ready?
Yep.
Okay, John, what is your answer?
It's probably wrong.
I need you to read it out because I can't see it.
007.
007, and Ori?
I have 008.
008. One of you got it correct, which is Ori. The 008 anniversary.
Right.
Just gonna update that.
I just remember that artwork of like all the EDM DJs climbing the mountain.
Yeah.
And the Monstercat like holding the flag, and there was like a like derpy looking Deadmau5 and like David Guetta and like all these people, Skrillex kind of like
And
character.
Knife Party, which we ended up working with.
Yeah,
later
yeah.
on.
It's crazy because like, not to sidetrack this further, but like I think back then, and that was before my time, so I'm gonna say back then like I know what I'm talking about. But back then, like those were the artists that we like looked up to and were like fans of and would like buy tickets to their shows. So to even kind of like be in their presence, I think was like pretty crazy.
It really felt like we had a long way to go before we could even, I don't know, beat them in the charts at any point. Not even if it was just for an hour or something like that.
We'll take whatever we can
yeah,
get.
it was.
When was that? Oh, 08?
08, that would have been 2012? 2012?
What was the anniversary of what?
Oh yeah, that would have been our 1 year anniversary. Because we used to, our compilations were shorter back then, so that was the 1 year anniversary, 2012. Cool. Crazy.
All right, let's keep it rolling. Question number 3. You got Ori in the lead by 1 point. So the question 3: what was Monstercat's April Fool's skating event called, and why was it canceled?
And why was it canceled?
Yes. What was Monstercat's April Fool's skating event called, and why was it canceled? You need both of these for the points.
I mean, can't really check the chat for this one.
I mean, you got the chip. You can check the chat for the chip.
Check chat chip.
Oh man, I don't know. I'm just gonna.
Are you gonna check the chat? Are you gonna check the chat?
No, they're not gonna know. Oh, wait, actually, Mike might be in chat.
Mike's not gonna answer you.
Oh.
Mike's on my team. I paid him off. I should probably say that into the microphone. Mike's on my team. I paid him off.
I'm gonna say the right answers in chat.
Oh really? Yeah. But which chat? Is it Mixer or Twitch chat? I got my answer here. So
whatever. Let's just.
I'm saving my check chat chip.
You it? You're gonna save your chip?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not choosing to use your check.
No,
okay.
check.
No, can I get half a point?
Just for free? No.
No. If I get half of the. Never mind.
No.
Let's go.
All right. So let's start with the very confident GQ. What did you write down?
I wrote Monstercat on ice.
Okay. Did you write down the reason?
No. I don't know why. I really wanted it to happen. And
okay, well, you're about to find out. Ori.
To find out why.
So I didn't write Monstercat, but I think it's obvious. I wrote Monstercat Fire on Ice.
Oh yeah.
Very important word there.
Very important word there. And I actually don't remember the reason, but I feel like it would be like somebody had a sprained ankle and couldn't perform.
No.
No.
That would be a more likely one. This one's weird. I don't know the full story behind it, but the reason is just termites. Does that ring a bell?
No, but it sounds like something we would write. I know exactly who wrote that. And I also remember that there was a time when we were putting that whole fake event together that we actually inquired about hiring some figure skaters and like actually doing it. And so maybe it'll come back. Maybe there will be a.
I think there's something there.
There's something there. Yeah.
And the name, if somebody else doesn't take it before we.
Monstercat Fire on Ice. I don't think anyone else is gonna take that. But yeah, I guess maybe after quarantining's over and everyone kind of returns to regular life, we can live in a timeline where Monstercat Fire on Ice exists.
Yeah, timeline that hires exterminators.
Yes.
All right, that's question 3.
Did I get a half point for that?
Nope. I specifically said right before the question you needed both. So.
And I specifically told you before this that I'm going to try for half points. So.
Yep. Well,
You're winning. Chill.
Can't blame me. You got to blame Colin from 1 minute ago. Okay, question number 4. What was Monstercat's first #1 top Beatport hit? What was Monstercat's first #1 top Beatport hit? I see a lot of song names followed by question marks in the chat. Many of them incorrect. I will say, I'll give you guys a hint. Don't use your chip for this.
Thank you.
At least not John. I only have Twitch chat open right now. But
I don't want to get part of the name wrong. Like, vocalist.
We don't gotta have vocalist names.
I'm gonna put it in.
No, you don't.
That's kind of crazy. Shout out to whoever the vocalist was in this great track. I think I remember which song it was, but I don't remember your name.
You don't need. Yeah, I'll give you points if you just get the primary artist in the song. Okay, do you both have something written down?
Yeah.
Yes.
If this is wrong, I'm very embarrassed.
Okay, then let's go with John.
All right. I got Project 46 Reasons featuring Matthew Steeper.
Okay, Ori, I want to see what you put.
I have Project 46. I put Reason.
Okay, and you didn't put down any of the feature artists.
No, I didn't get feature artist.
Okay.
But it's Matthew Steeper.
Was it? I think it
I
was.
think it was. And shout out Matthew Steeper.
Either he sang it.
I mean,
or he
shout
wrote
out, but it wasn't him.
it. I think he was one of the
Hey.
writers then on that one.
It was, so it's Reasons, Project 46, featuring Andrew Allen, released in 2012. I'm going to be generous. I'm going to give you guys both points for that one. Because Reason is pretty close to Reasons. And John, you tried really hard to get the featured artist.
Cool.
So you're going to get a point for that.
Pretty sure he helped write it. I'm not sure.
All right, we got.
And now that you've officially put my thing up on the board, I did have no reasons, and then I kind of like used my thumb to get rid of the no, but I've taken that point. And you can blame Ori from a minute ago.
Okay, we're going to take away half of that.
Come on. I was honest. That should be worth a half a point.
That's why you're keeping half a point.
No, I mean X. Anyways.
No. This is more than fair. Cheater.
I
All
remember this song because I remember them like they had some sort of like campaign with a USB that they gave out,
Yeah.
and this was before I worked at Monstercat, and I was a Project 46 fan, and I still have that USB at home.
Oh, cool.
So I'll give that out to somebody at a show one day if you come find me. Meaning I will carry that around with me for the rest of my life till someone
At
asks
every
for it.
show now on, until someone's like, "Hey, does anyone have a spare USB?" And then you're gonna give it to them, and they're not gonna know what it is, and it'll just be lost in history.
I think it might be signed too. Like I think I went to one of their shows and got them to sign the USB, which is funny.
That's hilarious.
Cool. Okay, we got one about the community here. So question number 5. We are not going quickly through these. Which platform servers were brought down by the Monstercat community accidentally overloading them? There's a bonus point for what this platform called the event. So, which platform servers were brought down by the Monstercat community accidentally overloading them? And a bonus point for what this event was called by that platform.
I don't think I can't remember the bonus point.
Yeah, I don't have the bonus point either, but I got the
Yep.
You got the main point?
yeah.
Okay. So, Ori, then, what is the platform?
That was for the chat. You can't see that. Bandcamp. Bandcamp.
You as well, John?
Yeah.
Both Bandcamp. All right, you both get the point there. So
Was it called like Catmageddon or something?
It was where we used that.
We did the entire catalog for like, was that it? The entire catalog for like $1 or something?
Something crazy like that, and we did this campaign called like using a platform called like Thunderclap or something.
Oh yes. Was
Yeah.
that it?
I think that was it.
Hold on, we have some guests here.
Oh my.
Some
We got some doggos.
monster doggos.
Oh, you can't see
And
the
you
dog.
Can't see them.
Nope. I just see a balloon.
You can see a balloon. We have some balloons floating around.
Some random
And now
footage.
they've eaten all the treats, and they're probably going to leave us. Hey, come on. Come hang out. And
Take a dog on
Anyways,
camera. Oh. Cute
if I had
dog.
a mirror, I could, like, show you her, but...
Yeah, this is life at the Monstercat office.
Yes.
He's on camera for a bit there.
Yes.
They're celebrating just like we are.
So for the bonus point, Ori, you were pretty close. It is a pun about some sort of cataclysmic event. It was called the Monster Catastrophe.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Yeah. What did you call it? The Monster Cataclysm?
I think I called it, like,
Monstermageddon?
Catmageddon or something.
Catmageddon? Okay.
Catmageddon.
I like that.
I won't... I'll actually take that half point back for that. I don't get to make that call? No?
No,
No.
that's going to stay not filled in.
Okay, great.
At least until I mean, maybe if you score another half point later on, I'll fill that in for you.
All right. What number question are we on? This is...
We are going on to question number 6 now. So this is question 6. This one you're going to need all of the right answers. And the question is, what were the first 4 original genres? You need all 4 for 1 point. And then if you can get all 4 colors, I'll give you a bonus point. So, what were the first 4 original genres? And for a bonus point, what were their colors?
They were all purple.
Yes. And one of them was gray. Or was the gray one an accident? I'm going to mess this one up, but I'm just going to do it anyways.
It's got a chat jump around.
Oh yeah, the check chat chip.
Don't forget about your check tap chip. You can choose to cash in your check tap chip. Check that. Awesome.
I don't know. Mixer community, can you guys have my back on this?
Oh, you can use the chip?
I think, yeah, I'm gonna use my chip. Check, chat.
All right.
All right, Mixer, do not let me down. And people, if you are on Twitch and you know the answer, go on a Mixer and help me out here.
I think this is a good one to choose because it's got bonus points on the line. John, what are you looking at?
I already did mine.
Okay.
Dark Dutch, man, I think you're wrong. Come on, Mixer fan, help me out here. I'm not seeing...
Are they delayed? Are they still waiting? Are you getting answers from them?
They might be delayed or they might just not know the answer.
Or they just really don't want you to win?
Dark Dutch, I might be calling you out for being wrong, and you could be totally right. I could be wrong. I don't know, but that's not what I have. Okay, 1 sec.
1 sec. Okay, wait. You're not using your chip to check Google, are you?
No, I'm still on Mixer. Okay, I think I'm as close as I'm gonna be. Okay, cool. Let's do this.
Let's do this. Okay, John. 4 original genres. What were they?
I got dubstep, electro, D&B, and hard dance.
Oh, all right. And Ori.
Close?
I got dubstep, hard dance, trance, and D&B.
No, you were close. 3 out of 4. John got it 4 for 4.
Ah, damn! It was electro, not trance.
That is correct.
I'm gonna like make myself even more embarrassed. Weren't Eminence on the first compilation?
No, not on the first one, but one of the early ones.
Oh, I thought they were on the first one. I always thought they maybe. Anyways, rip me.
But yeah, I got the colors too. So purple for dubstep, yellow for electro, red for DMB, and green for hard dance.
Okay, Ori, what did you get for colors?
I got the right colors. I know the colors, man. Come on.
You just said you know the right. You just told me you got it.
Well, so I basically had blue for trance, and then the the other ones. So D&B at red, dubstep at purple, hard dance at green, like a dark.
I believe Ori. We've seen.
If anyone knows about genre colors, it's me.
If you got the trance color wrong, I'll fill in this half point for you.
No, trance is blue. I mean, I erased.
I don't have that one. I'm gonna trust chat.
It's right.
It's right.
I'm gonna trust John then.
I could even tell you the color code, but I won't.
No, you.
The hex code.
Yeah, I'd have to look at a Gareth Emery tweet that we did when Saving Light came out, but at one point I knew the hex code.
So you would have to read it to tell me that you know it?
Yes, but it would be the right one.
That's almost impressive, Ori.
Sorry,
right,
Mixer chat. I did not mean to let you down there.
Oh, I didn't give you points. I almost forgot to give you points at all. So you got 1 point for the correct answer there, John, and then...
Are we tied? Oh.
Nope.
We're tied now. Wow, and I lost it on goddamn genre
On the
colors.
colors. And you had to use your chip.
And I
still got my chip.
I chipped the bed there.
Mixer, what are you doing? Did you say you chipped the bed?
Yes.
That's pretty good. All right, no bonus point for pun, but you were close.
Oh, okay.
All right, question 7. So, not including mixes, what is the longest song released on Monstercat? And a bonus point for the exact time of the song. So, not including mixes, what is the longest song released on Monstercat? Bonus point for the exact time. People in chat seem to know the song. There's some debate over the length. But most of them are getting it.
I'm not feeling too good about this one.
See, I feel like I know the
artist.
Well, I definitely know the artist. I don't know the song. I'm not even gonna guess. I don't know the song. And I think I know what the second runner-up one is. Like what one was recently dethroned. But
I'm
John,
gonna check chat.
You're gonna check chat.
I'm gonna check chat with my chip.
All right. The challenger chooses to check chat with a chip. It's Twitch chat. It's on you. Help GQ out.
I mean, both. Oh wow. Okay.
You got it? I'm seeing it.
don't tell him that.
It's crazy because like I was thinking this might be it, but then I was like, no. But these other artists, they always make really long songs.
I can see Dylan really wanted to help you out there.
That was either a brilliant fake out in what you just said there, John, or I got a little bit of help there too.
Oh wow!
I probably got it after that.
I really hope that was next level mind games.
That would be like
it
legendary.
I wasn't very smart about that.
Yeah, you should have just blurted out some
All
song
right.
that there definitely wasn't.
I'm ready.
You're ready?
Yeah. So
All right.
initially, I thought it was Infected Mushroom, and I was gonna guess Spitfire.
Mhm.
But chat's telling me it's Mitchell Claxton with a song that I cannot pronounce. Wuxia?
Wuxia?
Wuxia? I don't know. It's something like that.
Wuxia.
Wuxia?
It's a really long one.
Wuxia?
Hopefully that's right, because I used my chip.
What time? You're not guessing a time? Do you want to guess a
Oh,
time?
it was 9:37, I think.
37?
I think that's what it said.
Well, I also was going to guess Infected Mushroom, and now I'm also guessing Mitchell Claxton.
Ah.
So thank you for that, John.
And I'm seeing 9:14.
I had 9:14. That seemed like the right number to me, but I'm being told that it's not.
It is not. So you both get a point for the song. So I'm going to throw that up there. Sorry.
Yes.
That's the 5 mark.
Thanks, dude.
Then it's another point for GQ because it is 9 minutes 37 seconds, which is 577 seconds or 3.58 crab raves.
Oh.
Yeah.
Right.
If you had given your answer in crab raves, I would have given you another point. But I don't blame you for not doing that because that would have been crazy.
All right, I'm getting embarrassed here.
Yeah, same.
Question 8.
How did you get such a big lead on me?
I don't know. And the next question better not be, what time do you have to drop Crab Rave for it to drop on New Year's?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Okay, I'll get a different question then.
Okay, good.
Okay, so a new question. What time do you need to drop Crab? Oh, sorry, no. What compilation album did Monstercat do its Thunderclap campaign for? So what compilation album did Monstercat do its Thunderclap campaign for?
Easy.
Really?
Easy.
Oh no.
Or he's got it locked in.
Yeah.
How much time left on the
It's a
timer?
blur. It's a blur, man. All right.
Are you both got it?
Yeah.
Show me what you got.
I guessed 14. Because
16.
16. That means that Ori gets a little bit closer to John because it was 16 Expedition, released February 26, 2014. And Thunderclap, correct me if I'm wrong, was a way for everyone to sort of like pre-tweet and pre-Facebook post about the release. And then
you'd basically give the consent for this platform to tweet on your behalf at a certain time with a certain message, so that there's like a big explosion of
tweets. And in exchange, we gave them Till It's Over.
Yeah, it was one of the Tristan tracks.
I think it was Till
Probably
It's
Till
Over.
It's Over, yeah.
I remember that.
I don't.
All right.
Clearly.
Hey, let's move on. I've been told by our production crew, to give you guys less time to answer because you're taking too long.
Okay, sorry.
Also, did you just give that last point to John and not me?
Oh, let's play the tape back, and you just watch that tape and don't watch what I'm doing right now.
Okay. That's what I just called them out for. Yeah.
Yeah, and let's also just let's just cut that. We'll cut that.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, because this isn't
Think
live.
that. Yeah. Well, everyone watching, just cut it from your memory. Be a big favor to me.
Get the Men in Black little like thing out.
Hey, we did it. I embarrassed myself. There we go. All right. Let's move on. Okay, question number 9. What was Monstercat's first remix contest, the artist and the song, and who won? I'm going to go separate points for this. So there's 2 points on the line here. So you need the song and the artist for 1 point, and then who won the remix contest. So what was Monstercat's first remix contest, artist and song, and who won? And remember,
My memory is terrible.
I've been told to give you less time, so... Well, I see you writing. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1...
It's probably wrong.
Pencils down.
You go first.
Okay, you got
This might not be the first remix contest, but it's the first one that I remember, and that is Televisor Old School with Nitro Fun as the winner.
That's what I put as well.
Whoa, boom. All right, Ori. The question wasn't which one do you remember, but it turns out it's the same answer. Yes, Televisor, Old School, and the winner was Nitro Fun. So, I give both points to GQ? No.
Please.
I'll give you both 2 points.
I know where you live, Colin, and I will social distance come over there and make the score right.
Shake your fist at me from 6 feet away.
Wow.
It's close. 1 point away. All right, this is the final question. And if there's a tie, we'll get into that. Question 10. You need all of them for the point here. Who were the 3 collaborators on the first Monstercat anniversary song, The Anthem? Who were the 3 collaborators on the first Monstercat anniversary song, The Anthem? 3, 2, no. I'll give you more time. Corey, seems like you got it. How do you feel confident?
Oh my god. If I get this wrong.
Yeah, I know 2 of them for sure, and I know the third. Yeah, I got this one. I think I got this
You got it?
Yep.
Alright, I guess I'll have to lock it in.
All right. Questions locked in, pencils down. John, why don't you do yours first?
So I got Project 46,
Oh, I think you might
Afixa, and Varian.
I think you're right.
I'm not 100% though.
Or it sounds like you think he's right, but you might have put something different. What did you put
Yeah,
down?
I put Stephen Walking instead of Varian, but now that I think about it, I think it was Varian.
The 3 collaborators in non-alphabetical order were Project 46, Varian, and Afixa. That means that Going Quantum gets that last point.
That was a really hard
Hearing
one.
it lead.
That shouldn't have been a hard one.
Yeah, but it's so
But
long
it,
ago.
But it was. Anyways, do we have hand sanitizer in here?
We do.
All right, I'm gonna give you a handshake
Give
and then
you
I'm
a-
gonna hand sanitize.
Give me some of that.
Get the W. Boom.
Oh yeah.
Thanks for playing, guys. That was fun. Well played, GQ.
Yeah,
And,
dude, you out Monstercatted me. That was
I think that's it for me.
that was great.
Yeah. Now we're gonna transition into the next segment of this live stream.
Yeah, I think. Do we have
All right.
a special
Bye,
guest?
everyone.
Anyways, bye, Colin. Thank you
Yeah.
for your masterful.
You're very welcome.
Service.
It was really fun. Very scary, but also
yeah,
very fun.
I did better than I.
You guys did great. It was close. Wasn't a blowout.
Oh, close enough. Cool. All right, thanks, dude.
Bye.
Bye. Where are we at? Do we have
I can look at chat.
a guest? Can we look at chat again? How's chat doing? Are you guys still hanging in
Yeah,
there
chat's
with
doing
us?
well.
Do you guys have any questions for us while we prepare for one final guest before we get into some DJ sets? We're gonna run a little over time. I think we wanted to finish around 3 o'clock, but we'll go a little bit over for you guys. How's chat doing? How's Twitch?
It's thriving, man. It's doing really well.
People on Mixer, do you want to say anything to the people on Twitch? You can have the first Twitch chat to Mixer chat conversation. No? Okay. Are we ready for our guest? Let's
welcome the one and only.
The man, the myth, the legend. The empty Zoom
The
call.
AFK Zoom call. In the shadows.
Is that Shadow GQ that I see? Oh, it's bearded Mike Darlington.
Yeah. Whoa, I gotta get light. Just give me the
It's
light.
not like you had 20 minutes of us running over to plan this.
Yeah, you took way too long. This was like the
Dude,
longest.
did you know those questions? How many
No,
answers?
I actually would have only got like a couple right.
I know. We wanted to loop you in, but logistically it would have been very difficult.
Fair, but I'm actually really appreciative that you didn't loop me in because I would have been quite embarrassing, and I don't think I ever would have recovered.
Yeah. Well, now I have to recover from that embarrassing defeat. Cool, dude. How are you doing? How are you feeling about 1,000 singles at Monstercat?
It's been 1,000 singles.
Dude, that's like your child turning 1,000 years old. How does that make you feel?
God, I feel like I got a couple left in me. I think I can do a couple more singles probably before I kick the bucket.
Okay.
It'll be just EPs and albums from there on.
Yeah.
When are we gonna get a Mike Darlington single? You think after all this time you
I've
would
been
have learned
listening
to
this
like
for a
produce
while, but like because we have that like no ghost production rule or whatever it is. Like it means that I personally don't get to put out music, which I find to be pretty heartbreaking.
Well, I mean, maybe if Twitch and Mixer chat will be more forgiving, we can get a good ghost producer for you, and you can be MCS 2000. How's that?
Well, I already know who I want to have like ghost produce my music, and I personally, I think I'm going to bring back Big Room. I'm pretty sure that's my genre of choice going forward.
Mike Darlington with the big room beard. I dig that.
The beard's coming in.
I'm down with that.
It's a new move.
Dude, do you have any memories in particular, any songs we maybe didn't talk about that stand out to you? I know it's tough to single these things out, but anything that strikes a chord with you in 1,000 singles?
Well, I'm not going to lie to you guys. I wasn't watching what you guys were talking about before.
Wouldn't be the first time.
Yeah, so I don't really even know which ones you went over. Did you guys talk about Saving Light?
We didn't actually.
There we go. Saving Light. That was a really important record to me. Gareth Emery he was an artist I've looked up to pretty much since long before Monstercat even started. And when I got to meet him and his manager, and we started discussing doing some music together, like it's kind of like meeting your hero. And they say you're never supposed to meet your hero, but like Gaz is actually one of those type of guys that like he's exactly what I was hoping he would be. amazing person, like really has a creative vision for his project. So it was a real pleasure to get that record sent over. Actually, I just remember a really cool point about it. Ori,
I was there.
In Tab, we heard the record at EDC. Like he played it as an ID, and we're like, we love this song. What is this song? And the fact that it came back to us for us to release was like some like weird spiritual magical moment.
Yeah. And actually, I remember going to his studio with you. Probably this was like a couple conversations into it, and sitting down with him and like listening to the record, and we were like, he was less interested in showing us about Saving Light and more interested about like, what music at Monstercat we're excited about. Kind of asking us to dive into our catalog. I remember showing him Stonebank's Lift You Up from the 5-year compilation, and it's like a trance record for Monstercat. We don't really do that too often. He was like, this is amazing. And just like an overall great guy. That was definitely like a meet your hero kind of moment for me that I'll never forget. I think that was the first like show I ever went to in my professional raver career. Was a Gareth Emery show in like 2008 or something. Crazy.
It's crazy. One of the many perks of working this kind of job, I guess you could say, but it doesn't feel like it. Honestly.
Yeah, I think it's
meeting your heroes is.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like I was gonna say earlier, but we didn't have time. Like working with Darren Styles and Gammer and Stonebank and Dougal, all these guys, like they were making hardcore well before Monstercat was even a thing. And I remember some like Darren Styles and Gammer records were the first records that I burnt to a CD and ripped to my original Xbox because they had this feature where you could import CDs and play that music as like the background music in certain games. And I
would never happen today, by the way.
that's my memory of that. And so when I first met like Gammer, that was kind of one of those moments for me where I was like, dude, you got me into like hardcore.
Yeah. I think we've been very blessed to kind of like meet your idols, meet these people that you looked up to, and realize that like everyone is super nice and friendly and cool and down to like share stories and experiences. And I'm really looking forward to continuing to do this over the years. Mike, before we let you go and jump into our sets here,
let me go. I waited 30 minutes to be here. Like, this is my show.
Oh, I'm gonna ask you some questions.
I want to have my time. You can't bump me from my own show.
Is there anything you'd like to talk about? Anything in particular? What are you looking forward to for the next 1,000 singles?
What do you mean? What am I looking forward to for the next 1,000 singles? I'm just looking forward to knowing that we got more music coming, and it's all solid music. One foot ahead of the other, Yeah. I still feel like this is a bit unfair, though. You bring me onto your show, and then you tell me I only got 3 minutes to ask a couple questions and answer a couple questions. I haven't even got to show different angles on my new mustache yet. I just feel kind of left out.
You guys wanted to know what working at Monstercat was like. You're seeing it right here. No, man, dude. I think to being somebody that joined the company 6 years ago, but hasn't been here from the beginning. Both yourself, John, all the kind of original employees, the ones that have come and go and whatnot. Everyone's done an amazing job to get to this point. It's crazy. I think one of my most kind of like memorable moments was when I first joined the team at 1 million subscribers on YouTube, and those amazing days. Do you have any like monumental stories or moments that stick out to you over the years?
I think, it was like such a small thing, but it's so important to our whole company and our future was actually when we moved to Vancouver. And I don't know if John remembers this, but we all kind of packed up our stuff into a shipping container.
You're like, we're moving. You come in? And I'm like, yeah, I guess.
Yeah, we just like, if you want to be a part of this, this is a movement and you want to be here, we're going to have to move across the country. And it was cool to see everybody took that leap of faith. I had never really made a major move in my life before. And to just like get up and go across the country to have a new life was exciting. And it's one of those decisions that I've never had any regrets about. I love being in Vancouver. I've already gone for a walk today. The seawall is beautiful. Social distancing, of course. I keep
Thank you.
Cody's in the chat. He remembers too. It was a good move. I'm really glad we're here. It definitely feels like home.
Yeah.
And what we built since we moved here and only had, I think it was 8 staff, is incredible.
Yeah, I think it was like what solidified it from being kind of this this fun project to being like a career, a path, a company, a like goal. Like I think a lot of that comes when you step out of your comfort zone. I mean, that's when I joined when you guys moved to Vancouver. I actually slept under Mike's pool table for.
Hey, you were a pool table
I
troll.
lived under the pool table. Look at me now, Mom. Yeah, no, it's crazy. We've definitely come a long way, and we put out some awesome music in that time. I think that's really what it's all about.
Someone's like, wait, what? I think it's the pool table story.
It's the pool table story? Yeah, okay, the first time I ever met Mike, I don't know why I'm telling you guys this story, but I'm telling you a story. First time I ever met Mike, I was staying with his roommate at the time, his name was Mike, and also worked at Monstercat. And Mike was like out of the country somewhere in LA at a meeting or whatnot. And I was staying at their place, just on like a blow-up mattress. Was in between apartments at the time, and the other Mike wasn't at the house, and it was just me there. And then one day, this dude opens up the door, and it's Mike Darlington, and he looks at me, and he's like, "Who the hell are you, and why are you in my house?" And then he looked over at the pool table, and he's like, "Why is there an air mattress under the pool table?" And then we hit it off, and we played some video games and hung out. And got to know each other, met each other, but and then I joined the team shortly after that from humble beginnings.
And now we're here.
Good days, and we got to bring back the pool table though.
We do got to bring back the pool table.
Next office we get, we'll have a pool table, and I'll leave a little air mattress under it just for you. Or
Thank you, I appreciate that. I'm never gonna live that one down. But anyways, cool. Can I let you go now?
yeah, you can let me go now. I feel like I got my FaceTime. I want to see some Darlingtons in the chat before I go. But guys, have fun. I want to thank all the fans for being here today. It is definitely a long time coming to get to 1,000 singles, and I hope we can do another 1,000, 10,000 more. Just got to keep grinding away.
Absolutely. Do you have any requests for our DJ set coming up?
Pegboard Nerds disconnected.
I thought you were gonna say DMB 2020, and then I'm like, I got you, fam.
Yeah, that's what we were going for. You didn't get
Okay, no, I don't know why Disconnected came to mind. It was like the first song that came to mind.
It was the first one that we had. We were chatting about. If you listened to
Yeah.
the stream earlier, that was the first song we talked about.
Oh, really? Okay, well then maybe it like kind of made its way into my brain, that conversation. But anyways, guys, you have fun. Thanks to the fans. I see all the Darlingtons in the chat. Makes me feel at home. I'll be back another time.
Great. All right. Thanks, Mike.
Peace, dude.
All right, guys. We're going to do a little changeover. We have to move a couple things around for the DJ set, but we'll be back very shortly.
Hang tight.
Hang tight. We're doing it live.
feel it in your soul. A link from head to toe. I'll go just alone. I can't stop scratching my mind. I gotta keep asking why. Stop telling me all the time everything will be fine. I can't stop scratching my mind. I don't know. I'm not your guardian. I can't see through your skin. I'm not your guardian. I can't see through your skin. Can't see through my skin. All the time, everything will be fine. Stop scratching my mind. I don't know. So I'll faint lights in the distance, the thin line that separates your shadows from my soul. As these walls begin to fold, head lost in the silence, cold gold stars illuminate the secrets on your tongue and the poison in my lungs. Where every passage ends, a new road begins. The further I descend in your labyrinth.
All right, guys. First of all, everybody hear me. We're going to check some levels here before we get to and don't worry, I'm not going to play this song. Yeah, volume is at full. I'm going to turn it up. Music is playing. All right, guys, you have me for like 25 minutes, and then GQ's going to come on. Tear the house down. Yes, mic level's good. Can everybody hear me all right? Yes, you can hear the mic, or no, you can't hear the mic. Yes, no, yes, no. I can hear you fine. Mic good. All right, let's do this. Let's do this.
We're sailing towards the ending. We're sailing towards the ending.
Just holler at Dan if you need the volume up.
We're sailing towards
Shut up, Back Computer. This song is crazy.
could take you all the way to heaven, heaven. Take this elevator to 11, 11. Baby, let me take a little time, time. I like when I'm in control. Take you all the way to heaven. I let it consume me, I let it control me. I'll always be lonely, I'll never be fine. If life is a movie, it's always so boring. Where is the story? I hope it gets better with time. Yeah, I hope it gets better with time. It's better with time. Don't look back when I call you, but does that mean that you don't care? Go back to when I saw you, your beautiful eyes with a deadly stare. You think I'm stupid, but I get it now. How long can we make this go? It won't hurt to let it out, baby, cause I got to know. Don't break away, cause I want to stay, cause I want to stay. Don't break away, cause I want to stay, cause I want to stay, cause I want to stay. Don't break away, cause I want to stay, cause I want to stay. Don't break away, cause I want to stay, cause I want to stay. I let it consume me, I let it control me. I'll always be lonely, I'll never be fine. If life is a movie, it's always so boring. Where is the story? I hope it gets better with time. Yeah, I hope it gets better with time. It's better with time. Yeah, I hope it gets better with time. 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 Time. Yeah, I hope it gets better with time. I hope it gets better with time. I let it consume me, I let it control me. I'll always be lonely, I'll never be fine. If life is a movie, it's always so boring. Where is the story? I hope it gets better with time. Yeah, I hope it gets better with time. They say that life's too short to be holding this tight. So why am I walking light? And in this world of light and color, I'm not afraid of the night. When this future's so bright, that I got all these friends and we're like, it's not the end. Whoa, this new world is ours. This new world is ours, and all these friends, and we're like, it's not the end. Whoa, this new world is ours. This new world is ours.
Are we allowed to play that one?
I don't.
Is that too soon?
Maybe.
Did I mess up? I'm sorry. I think they've been patient with us for a few hours. Let's give it to them. Chat, what are you guys saying? You want to hear it? I think they want to hear it.
Life's too short, and I can feel in my bones. The horizon is close now, now, now. And the world's been changing lately, but after the storm, we come out strong now, now. And I got all these friends, and we're like, it's not the end. Whoa, this new world is ours. This new world is ours, and all these friends, and we're like, it's not the end. Whoa, this new world is ours. This new world is ours.
Whew, that was a fun one. All right, guys, coming up real quick here, we got the one, the only man, myth, legend, Mr. Going Quantum.
What up, guys?
You've got to get a hold of yourself.
All right, guys, I'm dealing with some technical difficulties here. I'm gonna have to, eject my USB and put in a different CDJ. One sec. All right, we're good.
fucking life.
Keeping me all night. Keeping me all night. I'm cold. Keeping me all night. Keeping me all night. I'm cold. Keeping me all night. Keeping me all night. All night. I'm cold.
Guys, I apologize for this.
natural born killer. When me bust into flame, watch out, some might sting. You better turn it, I am make the bad boy bigger. When they come around, we all go on them. Listen to the word and they fire your cuts in the middle. When the flames get higher, put up your gun fingers. Return all of the fire, it's a bad man single, give a sign. I pull your gun finger trigger, gun finger trigger, gun finger trigger, gun finger trigger. Return all of the fire, it's a bad man single, give a sign. I pull your gun finger trigger. Pull your gun finger trigger. Pull your gun finger trigger. It's a bad man signal, give a sign. Pull your gun finger trigger. Me are the burning fire and natural born killer. When me bust into flame, watch out, some might sting. You better turn it, I am make the bad boy bigger. When they come around, we all go on them. Listen to the word and they fire your cuts in the middle. When the flames get higher, put up your gun fingers. Return all of the fire, it's a bad man single, give a sign. I pull your gun finger trigger, gun finger trigger, gun finger trigger, gun finger trigger. Return all of the fire, it's a bad man single, give a sign. I pull your gun finger trigger. I pull your gun finger trigger. I pull your gun finger trigger. It's a bad man signal, give a sign. I pull your gun finger trigger.
Oh, Jesus. Sorry about that, guys. Got a little bit of feedback going on. Yeah, that's the end of my set. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you guys enjoyed Ori's set. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. MCS 1000.
Yeah, thanks for celebrating with us. And hopefully we get to do this again in another 1,000 singles. Thanks for staying around overtime. So see y'all later till the next live stream. What is it, Dan? What is it that you say? Why don't you come over here and say it?
Later days.
There we go. Later days, guys.